Guys, and welcome to another with Zimaleta. Thank you so much for watching all my fence videos. This is going to be another fence video. As you could see, a lot of stuff is getting done very quickly. Let me show you what I have done so far. So guys, as you could see, we have started all the tops just to figure out make sure that all the top sections, they're gonna be nice and level. That way we're not gonna have a lot of those sticking out. So for the most part, we have basically achieved that. So let me walk you through the stuff and show you something. Obviously we're using a level, we're using strings. So over there we got the air gun right there. Right now I'm using 3-inch nails, and I am doing this unlike anybody else that's doing this fence. Let me show you. When they're actually connecting these posts, they're only going to like halfway, and then they're connecting the second one. They might have like a couple nails there. Maybe they're gonna have like 3. Right now I only got it connected with 1. I'm gonna have like total of 5 nails. I'm going all the way in on all the posts. See here, I went all the way in. I got like 5-6 nails in there. This actually will be an entry point. This stuff is going to be cut off, so let me explain to you. When we come to this, you might be wondering like, why is this stuff kind of like hanging off? Why is that hanging out there? I'm doing this to make it as fast as possible by actually adjusting the fence at the corner where it needs to be, so I don't have to cut it off. I'm gonna come here with my saw and just cut it off, and I'm just gonna basically just walk around and cut off all the extra sections. And because I'm doing it, you know, like all the way, I think it's gonna be much stronger. Like the only reason that this was not all the way is because 8-foot posts, and even though I try to do it 7 foot 10 inches, some of these posts, they're obviously a little bit crooked. So they come, you know, and it's like a couple inches not enough. So I probably should have did like 7.5 feet. So in this case, like the 8-footer, which is perfect. It's a little bit overhanging. I could just cut it off. It's gonna be nice and clean. And more fence continues. So you could see kind of like my house back there, and this is where my garage is. All this is going to be renovated as soon as I get a chance to. Right now, basically too many projects going on. So this is going to be my double gates here for kind of like my garage area, so that I could actually get into my property there. I'm gonna build a shop over there, as you guys maybe seen some of my videos. I'm gonna be like leveling that stuff out, and same thing like what I was talking about here. I'm gonna cut that off. I've used some line to try to like you know, like first to, you know, I was working by myself and I could not hold a gun and at the same time holding the piece of wood and a level at the same time. So basically I did like a line there. I put like a nail. I put a nail at the back. Then I was able to hang that wood by myself. Did the same thing, you know, for this one here. And of course, my wife, she came out and she gladly helped me with my fence. And I kind of like started doing this one too, like because this is like 9 feet apart for some reason for this post. I don't know how this happens. Like you measure everything out and then you start digging somehow, maybe like the actual auger shifts or whatever, because I was doing it myself. And it's not gonna be like exactly like 8 foot, and I try to do a little less, like 7 foot and 10 inches. Like now let's talk about this little thing. My fence is going to be 8 foot tall pickets, 5.5 inches wide, about 1/2 inch thick, dog ear style. And as you could see, this property is kind of like you know, like this goes fairly straight, and then it goes really kind of like up to the hill over there. All of these posts were 8 feet. I dug the holes 2 feet deep, but obviously some land is a little bit shorter in some places, you know, give or take. So the posts are not going to be like exactly straight, you know. And I've decided doing this method, like, you know, to do like one stick and then another one and on top. So then I have to decide whether to put one on top or the bottom. It doesn't have to follow the same pattern. As long as I could actually go to the top of the posts as close as possible, I'm okay with that, you know, just for the looks. I will be doing a 3-piece design. So I'm going to do a piece there and I'm going to do a piece there almost towards the bottom, so that it could hold the section of the fence at the bottom and the top really good. That way it's, you know, going to prevent the fence from, you know, bending over time. Now, the type of fence that I'm going to be using is I'm going to be doing a fence that's going to be not like next to each other, you know, like the actual pickets, but they're going to be a picket, then 4-inch spacing, a picket, 4-inch spacing, picket, you know, keep going like that all the way. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to lay another picket over top of that. So it's going to be sort of like a 3D effect. At the same time, it's going to provide the maximum amount of privacy And being that it's 8-foot tall fence and no cracks in it, you're not going to be able to really see inside or over the fence. This is something that I picked up at night. Also some 2x4s by 10s. This is treated lumber. And I got 300 of these dog ear, style. As you can see, it's like a half-inch. It's a lot more quality. So I'm working out of my the actual pickets goes. I was thinking about doing, like as best as possible. There's a couple ways of doing it, really. Most of the properties that's like not straight like this. This is what I've been noticing, that the way people are doing it on YouTube, including Lowe's channel, because they have, like, I guess, professional installers, and they go out there and they make videos for Lowe's.com, I guess. And I've noticed on some of the not straight properties, like they would have the fence, it would be pretty much kind of like weaving in and out according to the property, because you would have to literally cut each piece down in order for it to be nice and proper. Now there's another way of doing it, which is buying the actual fence sections, and the fence section will be like 8 foot long. Of course, it's gonna be like a lot cheaper quality. I think like 3/8, like pickets with not a 2x4, but some other stuff. I don't even know if it's what size it is. So that section will be straight, and then if you need to put a next section, if it was up, you have to go a little higher and a little lower. So it'd be like a bunch of squares that was going, kind of like all over the place. And if you see over there, like you see like how that pattern is being kind of followed like that over there, that's actually what I'm gonna have to do with sections. I'll have to build 8-foot sections. In some places it's gonna be like 9 feet and stuff, and I've used 10 footers for that. I'm just gonna follow with that design. I think it's gonna provide the most amount of privacy, and I think aesthetically it's going to be okay. I was actually thinking about doing another way, and that's actually starting from the back over there, and just have a same design, kind of like just continue on, just to make it as straight as possible. I may still do that for there. Because most of this fence is going to be dug in the ground, so that means like I'm gonna have a big gap over here. I'll probably have to come back with some kind of side pickets and just basically put some side stuff over there, because I'm gonna have more dirt brought in here. I'm gonna level this out, so that's what I'm gonna do over there. But over there, definitely I'm just gonna do like the boxy squares, and I'll probably do like similar idea that I did over here, guys, for that. Or I could just go and do the best I can, with the design kind of going, like up and down and stuff like that. And one of the ways I could do it is like this. Like if I take let's see, like this 2x4, and let's say this was already nice and level. I'm not gonna have it on the ground like that. Just kind of be like a little bit higher off the ground, and I would bring the picket all the way down, kind of like to touch the 2x4, a little bit away from the ground, like maybe a couple fingers away from the ground, and that's it. I'm just gonna level it out, and then it means on top it would be like nice and straight. So if I do that and follow the same design, obviously I'm gonna have a big gap over there where the sandbox is. So I still have enough stuff to just go sideways and cover it up and stuff. Just trying to make it more as aesthetically pleasing as possible. Most of you guys already that's been following my channel, you guys already know I bought this property as a bank foreclosure. This was completely rundown property, and I was able to negotiate with the bank for half of the price that they were asking for it. And foreclosures, they generally go for a lot cheaper than normal, because you cannot get financing on those, and so the bank just wants somebody with cash to come in, like a real estate investor or something, just go ahead and buy it. Luckily I had enough cash, and I was able to buy both of these properties for $13,000, but the deal was really for one property, but somehow at signing we figured out that this was part of the deal, or the bank gifted me this. The way the real estate agent put it, that the bank actually gifted me this property. So maybe that is the most corrected type of theory, but if they did, that's a lot of luck or blessing, and the way I take it, being Christian and stuff, I think it's a big blessing, that a bank took it away from somebody, like in the Bible says, they'll take it, he'll take it away from the evil person and give it to somebody that's good. I really never considered myself as good, because we're all human, we make mistakes, and I'm no different. But that's still like wow, like what a thought, what did I do to deserve this property, and I know some of you guys are so much more wealthy than me. You're probably over there laughing like, I would not want that free, and I would get you, but to me, this is like the best thing that could have happened to me, because at the time, you know, before buying it, I was actually living in apartments, and that was all that I could afford, you know. So that was it. But anyways, this is a blessing. I've been here almost 3 years, and now that we're gonna do this fence and try to do it, guys, and this is, I guess, like, I don't know what part this is. If you're watching this, you're gonna know what part of the video it is. This is all gonna be all that I'm gonna show, like, in this video, and then for the next portion, I'm gonna show, like, in another video, how we're actually putting these, you know, wood sections up and stuff like that. And I would like to actually just, you know, be over here, like, making videos while I'm actually building, but can't really do that, guys. As you notice, I'm not sure if you noticed, look at the sky. You probably can't really see that, but it's been raining actually while I was doing it, guys. The rain's been dropping down. I just quit a little bit at 2. No, at 2 is still going. I quit at 3 o'clock, and now, like, we were able to get this much done, like, in like less than an hour actually, just to get all this, you know, top sections measured out and everything good. Now what I'm gonna do is create a jig. I'm gonna place that on each piece of wood, and I'm gonna, like, put it all the way down and basically follow that, you know, like, path and stuff like that. And I think you know, it's gonna allow me to save time. I'm gonna place it on top of the wood, and I know where to space those other pieces of wood out, like, evenly for every single thing. So that is the plan. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Take care of yourself, and see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.